you guys, it's Randy, and if you hear like a little kind of noise, it is my heater. For some reason it sounds louder than normal, but whatever though. I actually wanted to do my first chit chat get ready with me for the year, and I wanted to talk about words of affirmation, goal setting, changing our mindsets on certain things, and just the power we have in attracting things in our life. So if you ever heard of law of attraction, the law of attraction, all right? And I also believe in, you know, ask, believe, receive, and all those things. I figured while I do my makeup for the day, I would just kind of sit down with y'all and have a talk with y'all about my perspective on those things and just kind of share that with you guys. So as always, give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, like the content, or even if you just like the makeup. All products will be listed down below. Subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to my channel already, all right? And join the Randy Bomb fam. And yeah, let's get into this video. So I wanted to start off this video talking about first, the law of attraction. Law of attraction is basically saying that anything you want into your life, like, you have to believe it's going to, Jesus, come into your life. And that what's meant for you is going to be for you, like, no matter what. Like, nobody can keep those things from you. If it's meant for you, it's for you. And basically that you can attract whatever you actually want in your life and for your life. Like, you don't have to wait for it to come to you or things like that. And the biggest thing is by you actually saying things like, I'm going to have this amount of money, or I'm going to lose weight. Not I hope I lose weight, or I hope I do this, or, but that actually saying things like I am going to have this, and really thinking about how you want your life to be. I remember I was listening to a podcast for one of my faves. Her name is Hey Friend Hey, and I'll link her down below because she's amazing. And her podcast that she has with Dustin and Asante is amazing, their friend zone. And by the way, I know it looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I swear to God I'm not, because it's all gonna make sense in a minute. But I just love the fact that, you know, she talked about, instead of saying, oh, I hope I have this for my life, think about how your life is gonna feel. Not just what you want, the things you want in your life, but what do you want your life to be like? You know what I mean? What do you actually want your life to feel like? Do you want to feel happy, content, secure? And actually stating out loud, I'm going to have a life where I can sustain myself on my platform, or I will have a life where I can travel freely and take care of my kids, or whatever you want for your life. You need to just say these things as if this is exactly what I'm going to have. You know what I mean? When you go to the grocery store, you don't say, you know, I hope that I'm going to get these ingredients to make this soup. You literally say, I'm going to get noodles, vegetables, broth, whatever the case may be. Like, you already know and plan. And it's like the same thing is how it goes for your life. Just flat out say, I'm going to make a couple $100,000 a year. I'm going to travel often. I'm going to be able to put my kids through school, which are some of my own personal affirmations for myself. But I feel like that's what you need to do with your life. And too often we get caught up in, you know, oh, well, I'm just going to say that, you know, I hope these things happen, or maybe these things will happen. No, actually state, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want for yourself? What do you want for your life? What are the things that mean something to you? And then you need to write that down. I'm going to, for example, me, I am going to have a blog that makes me a sufficient amount of income. I'm going to make a couple $1,000s this year off of my blog and my YouTube channel. I'm going to work with at least 3 brands this year. Like, not I hope, not I might, but that I am going to. And putting those things out into the universe, and those are the things that I want for my life at the moment. Those are the things that I am going to have in my life and to sustain me. And no kidding, by January 5th, I already got 1 brand to work with me on all my platforms, which I think is pretty dope, and I'll actually be making a video about very soon, because I wanted to make sure that I'm doing things and working with companies that I actually stand behind, products that I actually use, and doing things that I love. And that's another thing I said for myself, is that I am going to be in a position where I am not just doing things for the money, but I'm really doing things that I love, making content that I love and care about. And I've just watched things just boom literally from the beginning of the year. Like, as soon as I put those things out into the universe that that's what I'm going to have. Not that's what I'm going to just do, but that's what I'm going to have. It's like things are just happening for me, and it just continues to happen every single day. And I'm only on like, you know, midway into January, you know. So I encourage every single one of you to like put out into the universe exactly what you want for your life and how you want things in your life to be, how you want things in your life to play out, because it really does make a significant difference in the way you can have things. I think too often we get caught up in the I wish or you know, the I hope factor, you know what I'm saying? And you don't need to hope. You need to say flat out, this is what I'm going to have. This is for me. This income, sufficient income, is for me. I will have sufficient income. I will be able to make the things that I love into a brand, into a corporation, into a small business. Whatever your goal is, make it happen and speak it into existence, okay? Speak it into existence. Put it somewhere where you can see it every single day, all right? Whether it's in a notebook and you purposely open that notebook, or you hang it up on your mirror in the morning so you can see it as you're getting ready. But literally think of those things and then watch them come into fruition. Never lose sight of them. And then as those things that you said were going to come into your life, enter into your life, it's gonna be almost unreal to look back at what you put down on paper and see that those things came to light. So just make that shit happen. Like, make that shit happen, simple and plain, because you can do that. You are capable of that. And I personally believe in everybody's capability to manifest things into their life that they want. And I feel like the moment I started manifesting things into my life was the moment that things really started to change for me and improve in a completely different way, in a way that was so beneficial and so satisfying to me and made me so happy. So I just encourage every single one of you to do the exact same, all right? So that's one thing. The next thing, all right, so you're over here moving into eyes. Okay, the next thing is just being more positive. One of the things that I was really good at, which isn't a good thing, was being like a real negative Nancy. Like, I was super duper negative about all kinds of shit. Like, I just was negative as can be. Like, anything that could have been seen as positive, I just was not with the shits. I was like, nope, let's be negative. Negative is the best way. Negative is the only way. And that's like a horrible way to live your life. I mean, it really and truly is. It's a horrible way to live your life. And I would be like, oh, well, it's probably not going to happen, or I'm probably not going to get that job because, you know, they're going to pick somebody else, or, you know, I'm probably not as qualified, or this interview was probably a waste of my time. You know, and no kidding, it was about late 2015 until now where I've been a lot more positive. And I can honestly say anything that I've been more positive about has happened for me. Right? And when I say positive, I don't mean like, oh, if you just crashed your car and, you know, some crazy shit happening, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna have to pay for this. I'm not saying unrealistically positive. Like, be realistic with yourself. But what I am saying is that I started being more positive about things I wanted for my life, things I wanted in my life, and things that I was going to do. And there was a job that I interviewed for in 2015, which is my current job now. And I went into that job, and even though there were other people who had a few more qualifications than me, I said, you know what? This is my job. Like, this is my job. This is my destiny. I'm going to get this job. And no shit, there were people who had qualifications that I didn't have, like certifications that I had to spend my first year in this job getting. But guess what? I still got hired. And it would have been so much easier for my boss to hire somebody who already had these qualifications, because that would have been one thing that, like, she didn't have to worry about. But she hired me anyways. But it's like, I spoke that into existence. I said, this is my opportunity for change. This is my opportunity for growth. This job is mine. I'm putting my name on it. This is my future. And no kidding, I got the job. I got the freaking job. And it's like, you all are capable of doing the exact same things with your life. Like, you don't have to wait for any freaking body to give you the opportunities that you deserve. Manifest those opportunities into your life and speak them onto your life. Tell yourself flat out, this is mine, this is for me. It's like, you know, when I applied to do an ambassadorship with a company that I really support and I really stand behind. Instead of saying, you know, I hope I get this, I say, you know what? The worst thing they can tell me is no, but I think that this is mine. I think that this is something that I'm going to get. This is from me. Like, regardless of how many subscribers I have, regardless of how many blog views I have, I think they're gonna like my message. With a few blog posts that I have, they're gonna like my message. They're gonna like what I stand for. And I think they're gonna give me a chance. And guess what? They emailed me the very next day and said, you know what, we really like your content. Please fill out our ambassador application. We like it. And even with the ambassador application, they can go back and look at your stuff and make a decision not to choose you. And they still chose me. And I don't have 50 billion subscribers. I don't even have over 1,000 subscribers on Instagram yet. Okay? But they still believed in me. And it's because I flat out said, I am going to do this. And when I tell y'all, I looked at their ambassador program. When I tell you they have ambassadors that have way more subscribers than me, way more blog views than me. I mean, way better even setup than me. Like, you know, I'm still kind of getting my foot in on how I want my blog to look and kind of what I want for randybomb.com. And I mean, they're just like, they took a chance on me. They took a chance on me, but I think they took a chance because I spoke that on myself. Because there are so many people with so many more views than me. I mean, think about it. You don't have to give, you know, an ambassadorship to somebody who doesn't have that many views yet or that many subscribers. There's so many other people who I know get way more views than me, probably bring them in way more money than I am at the current moment. And guess what? They still picked me anyways. And I feel like that was my manifestation, that this was going to be my opportunity. I started investing in my company, started investing in myself, and creating things that, you know, made me happy. Creating things that really made me feel like myself. And just like this video now, it's like you're really going to see a shift in my channel this year. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm still going to be talking about vegan stuff because that's my life. But like just really talking about my life, talking about real things, talking about self-care, talking about yoga, talking about, I mean, you name it. I'm just really going to put myself out there and really do new things. And I'm just looking forward to sharing that with every single person on this platform because I love being here. I feel privileged to be here. I feel privileged to be able to share my story with people. And even with the smaller amount of subscribers I have, I take it all as a blessing. And I love it. So let me do my eyeliner because, you know, I never do that on camera. It's too much pressure. And then I'll be back and I'll finish talking about, you know, speaking things into existence and things like that. All right, y'all, I am back. All right. So I kind of wanted to talk about I think I'm a little too close on. All right, y'all. So I'm back. And I really just wanted to talk to y'all about the concept of complaints. I feel like a lot of times people get very comfortable complaining, yet they let it almost drive their whole life. You know what I mean? And I hate it. Like, for example, I'm in the military. There are a lot of people who like hate where we are currently at right now because we're not in like the funnest. Jesus, I dropped my controller. I'm back. Because like I was saying, we're not in like the funnest location you could ever be in, right? We aren't. However, you know, if you know anything about the military, you know that this is not a job where you can just like put in a 2 weeks notice and, oh, I'm never coming back. Like, you know, if you are somewhere for the time being, that's just where you are, like, you know, let it go kind of thing. And something that I have adopted is, you know, I could be here like everybody else and I could be like a negative Nancy, but I feel like at the same time, you know, I'm not in a bad place. I feel like, you know, for somebody who has children, like I don't deploy, like I've never deployed. The people who do deploy, it's by choice. You know, so again, it gives me a opportunity to like be with my kids more than I would have been if I was at a different base. Also, it's like there are other bases that are worse than this one. Like, I feel like you're never at like the worst base ever. Like, I feel like you could always be someplace worse, you know? And then, I don't know, one thing I appreciate is that, you know what? I'm getting paid to be here. Like, I literally receive money to live here, to be here. Like, I'm getting paid to be here and I do my job. Like, so I don't know, I just feel like at the end of the day, and your situation could be completely different. I'm just using this one as an example because I see it a lot. But it's like, I feel like this, what good is complaining going to do about your situation at the moment if you're not coming up with solutions? You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, when you go into something with like a really negative mindset about it, you are setting the tone for how you are going to feel about that thing all the time. For example, I see people, they go out of town, they come back, they're like, oh, well, I'm back here, this shithole. Okay, well now guess what? You're gonna really freaking hate being here. Like, you've literally just put that juju on yourself. Like, you've literally just put that whole mindset and negativity on yourself for a place that you have to be. So now every moment that you spend in this place is going to be focused with negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, every moment for a place that you have to go. Or like for a lot of y'all have jobs that at the moment you hate, all right? But here's the thing, are you applying for another job? Are you seeking out opportunity? All right, and here's the thing, if you're not, let's say you're in a position where, guess what? Right now, you're not in a position to leave that job. Then you need to make the best of that job. Find something about that job that you like. Find something about the place you're at that you like. That one thing. Until you can be in a position to change where you're at, you don't need to create unnecessary negativity about places that you necessarily can't leave. You know what I mean? Or let your disdain for it be your motivation. But I see so many people complain while they do absolutely nothing about changing their situation. And that is really just the wrong mindset to adapt when it comes to making changes and evolving and doing things better. So I highly encourage every single one of y'all to just be more positive. And my rule of thumb is, don't make a complaint if you don't have at least 2 solutions. If you don't have at least 2 solutions for the thing you're complaining about, then don't complain. Right? Just don't complain. Because it's like, you're complaining, but you haven't even thought of ways to fix it. You haven't even thought of ways to make it better. And by being negative about things instead of finding a positive, especially about things you can't immediately change, you are then setting the tone for your mood, and you're honestly affecting your ability to be positive about the life that you are currently in, because you can't get out of it at the moment. So just keep those things in mind. And this is not to be hard on anybody, and I understand everybody's situation is different, and some people are in very shitty situations. Trust me, I have been there. But it's like, if I can't change it right away, I have to make the best of it, or I'm going to corrupt my own peace and my own peace of mind and my own sanity and my own happiness. And I feel like nothing is worth you corrupting your own peace of mind and sanity and happiness. Nothing at all. Whew. Alright you guys, so this is my finished look. I will be doing more chit chat, get ready with me's, and a few like story times and things like that. I feel like there are some things in my life that I've been through that other people can benefit from, and I'm getting on like my self-care tip and different things like that for the year. Also, speaking of just goal setting and things like that, I actually have a blog post that I wrote at the beginning of the year all about setting goals and setting intentions for your life, and a good way for you to do that in an organized manner. And I really hope you all go and check it out as well. And also, if you're trying to get more organized, I will link my January bullet journal video down below. Never too late to start a bullet journal, and I have links to everything that I use as well, if you want to order those and get started on your bullet journal as well. So keep up with me on social media, links down below as well. And as always, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for being a part of my life, even if it's just by way of subscribing or follow me on Instagram or follow me on Twitter. I'm just eternally grateful, and I love every single one of you all that takes the time to watch me, comment, talk to me, comment on things, whatever the case may be. I literally I'm so grateful. So thank you guys. Bye.